Your growing system, how do you see that it can be part of a bigger picture where we actually focus on producing healthy and accessible food on a global scale?
What I believe is, I believe many things. So I think, first of all, there are some drivers that we as people cannot influence. Biggest driver there is climate change, but in broader sense. So something is changing. We see it happening all over the world. How do we see that? We see that in really extremes. You have droughts, or on the contrary, you get floods. You get immense temperature swings. Saw that last month that in Texas it was freezing. Here in Europe, we had in September the hottest night ever recorded, which will influence my industry massively. So strawberry production, that ended up having, let's say, a massive amount of strawberries in September, beginning of October, and then there was a big gap in between, let's say, the northern production and the southern production. So you see already that big driver that's, let's say, just a given. How do we see what we do that could influence positively how we eat and how we feed the world? Is, well, we're believing that due to the fact that things are changing, that you need to be able to either protect your crops or being able to grow your crops faster. Meaning, what we see is that you could potentially put the first stages of the crop in an indoor farm, and then when you need to grow them big, then you plant them at the right moment. Well, of course, what's the right moment? But that's case by case, so that your outside growing period is the shortest possible. You see that definitely with all types of grains and so on. If you just could win those first weeks, because there the crops are the most vulnerable. If you seed or you plant those very tiny young plants, there you can kill them very quickly. If you can overcome that step, I think the indoor farm has proven already just for that that it has a big added value. What we see in our industry, meaning the strawberry industry, it's often related to food miles that we can let's say put a big effort on that, or being a big advantage. Also on the water consumption side, you definitely see that there is a big impact that you could generate. So it's really depending on the location that you kind of will have a specialization in the growing method. What do I mean with that? We see that you will have crops that will be still 100% suitable for outside production. Then you will have, let's say, all the types of covering, going from the plastic tunnels to the plastic greenhouses, the glass greenhouses, the heated greenhouses, the lighted greenhouses, and then you end up, let's say, in the fully closed environments that we're active in. So let's say blocking all outside factors, which can be positive and negative, just to bring control to your crops, and being able to grow year-round productions so that you can influence the market positively.